Shall I start? Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you to UCLA's Commencement Weekend. This ceremony is devoted to honoring the students from the UCLA College of Letters and Science. My name is Joseph Bristow, and I am a distinguished professor of English and the College Marshal for this ceremony. While the students and the official party are assembling, let me take a moment to tell you about UCLA. I am proud to say that your graduate has attended one of America's finest universities. UCLA is a national and international leader in the breadth and quality of its academic, research, healthcare, cultural, athletic, and continuing education programs. 7 alumni and 6 faculty have been awarded the Nobel Prize. And every year, the accomplishments of our students grow. You will be pleased to know that the academic performance of the students in the class of 2017 makes them the highest achieving students ever to graduate at UCLA. If you are new to the UCLA campus, you are in Pauley Pavilion, the home of Bruin teams in men's and women's basketball and volleyball and women's gymnastics. UCLA has America's most successful intercollegiate sports program. Bruin teams have won more national championships than any other university. In Pauley, you can see the banners representing 49 championships won by men and women in 6 different sports. In addition to our intercollegiate athletics programs, Pauley has hosted the 1984 Olympics, visits by President Bill Clinton and the Dalai Lama, and the 1988 presidential debate between George H.W. Bush and Michael Dukakis. Other events that take place in Pauley include the new student welcome, Bruin Bash, Spring Sing, and numerous intramural and club sports, team practices and competitions. After commencement concludes, I invite you to look around UCLA outside of Pauley. You will find one of the world's most beautiful universities. Okay, are we ready? We are ready. Family and friends of our graduates, I present to you the graduating class of 2017 from UCLA's College of Letters and Science. sure, yeah, sure. I'm the college marshal. Hi. Hi. Good, good one. Have a lovely time. kindly take your seats? Thank you. The official party. Hello, UCLA graduates. Welcome to your commencement ceremony. Singing the National Anthem today are Marco Paulo Akinde and Tenya Mai Thurston. Please rise for the National Anthem.
Three, four, one. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Marco and Tenya. Now I am pleased to introduce the Senior Dean of the College, and Dean and Vice Provost of Undergraduate Education, Patricia A. Turner.
Hello, UCLA graduates. On behalf of the deans and faculty who join me on stage, I welcome you and your family to the commencement ceremony for the College of Letters and Science. I would also like to thank Professor Joseph Bristow, our college marshal, for greeting our guests this evening. He recently went through a ceremony himself in which he became a United States citizen. Graduates, this is a day to acknowledge your achievements and to celebrate the culmination of your undergraduate studies. You have met the highest challenges of education. You have been partners with faculty in our quest to learn and discover. You will be the next generation of leaders in the fields you pursue. Class of 2017, you will be glad to know that in UCLA's 98-year history, you are the most talented and accomplished and best-looking graduates we have ever had. Graduates, joining us here today are many special people who stood by you through your years at UCLA, your family and friends. I would like to ask the parents, the partners, the friends, and the family members of our graduates to stand. Graduates, please join me in acknowledging your guests. Now, I am pleased to welcome the Chancellor of UCLA. In his nearly 10 years as chief executive of the campus, he has worked to strengthen the university's academic excellence, build our campus diversity, and inspire a new level of civic engagement within the UCLA family. Please welcome the Chancellor of UCLA, Jean Block.
Thank you, Dean Turner, and welcome, everyone. This is great you're here. So on behalf of all of us at UCLA, it's my honor first to congratulate you, the class of 2017. And as Dr. Turner said, you are an extraordinary class. You are. You really exceeded all of our previous classes, and we're so proud of you. We know you've worked hard, and we know you've made sacrifices, but I think that hard work has paid off. Right? Today, you're graduating from one of the best universities in the world, and of course, I'm not biased. I'm not biased about that assessment. It really is one of the best universities in the world, and I'd say in some sense it may be the most impactful university in the world when you consider our students, consider our scholarship, consider we're in a world-class city. This is an amazingly impactful place. So I'm not going to give you advice on what your next steps should be. There's really no one right answer for any of you, and certainly no one right answer for all of you. But we hope your years at UCLA, the friendships you've made, the passions you've discovered, the lessons you've learned, will all help you in ways that I can't even imagine. But one thing I'm absolutely certain about is you're ready to go out there. I have no doubt about that. So instead of sharing advice on what you should do or what you shouldn't do, I want to turn the table around a little bit and say, not what we've done for you, but what you've done for us. And the first thing I want to say is thank you, because you've done a lot. Every graduating class makes this university better. Every class leaves an indelible impression on our campus, one that lasts for decades. You really do change UCLA. And long after you're graduated, we continue to feel your impact. When you saw a need, you offered a helping hand. Enormous numbers of you have given to this community and to this university through volunteer work. When you saw wrong, you made it right. When you saw injustice, you pointed it out to us, you stood up against it. So today, thanks to you, thanks to your spirit, thanks to your passion, and your sense of community, we're better for it. I truly believe that this is a better university than it was even a decade ago. And a decade ago, it was pretty impressive. It's more impressive. And a lot of that improvement has been due to our students and what you've done here. So on behalf of all of us on the stage, I'm grateful for your commitment to building a better university for the generations that will follow you. It's time that you now take some of that spirit of determination, the love for community, that insatiable need for a better world around you everywhere you go. So you will spread out across the globe, all of you, and you will have impact wherever you go. And Bruins really can do anything, and you just have to look at a list of our alumni and what they've accomplished, and you know Bruins really can do anything. And starting tomorrow, as your first day as alumni, you'll be able to do great work out there. You'll be able to make your community stronger, and you'll make our university stronger, because we're forever linked. Your accomplishments are our accomplishments. We'll brag about you. When you go out and do great things, you can be certain we're going to make certain that we take some credit for that too. So our success depends on your success, and your triumphs are going to be our triumphs. So in a few moments, you'll actually be entering a community of about 500,000 alumni. This is an extraordinary community, again, spread out throughout the world. You're going to be part of that community. But wherever you are, seek out Bruins, help one another, look for one another, stay connected with us, and stay connected with one another. We have a really impressive alumni network. We have lots of events going on throughout the U.S., actually throughout the world. And you can play a role in that, and the 2017 class can make those alumni networks even stronger. So enjoy the rest of the commencement. I hope to see you back on campus soon. Visit us often, stay connected, stay Bruins forever, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Block. My fellow deans and I are honored to acknowledge the students who graduate today with very special academic achievements. I would like to recognize the students who are graduating with one of the highest academic awards the College of Letters and Sciences can bestow upon an undergraduate, the designation College Honors. The extraordinary students who are graduating with college honors have completed outstanding work in their major, also a special set of rigorous courses. Of the thousands of students who are graduating from UCLA this year, only 397 are graduating with college honors. Will the students who are graduating today with college honors please stand? Please be seated.
Graduates, I am Victoria Sork, Dean of Life Sciences. I'm pleased to recognize our many students who are involved in projects in the community. They accomplish this work through campus programs that bring together civic involvement with academic courses. Would all of the graduating seniors who served in the community please stand, and I know many of you done so. Thank you, and please be seated.
Sorry, I have to get to my... Hello, I'm Laura Gomez, Dean of the Division of Social Sciences. And Commencement. I'm trying to get to the right page. Here I am. I am privileged to acknowledge the recipients of the 2017 Chancellor's Service Award. This award is presented to students whose college careers have been distinguished by dedication to UCLA and the community. These students, 208 of them in your class, have earned this distinction through a sustained record of outstanding leadership and service. Will the students who have received the Chancellor's Service Award please stand so we can recognize your commitment? Thank you.
Hello, graduates. I'm David Skalberg, Dean of Humanities, and I'd like to present our students who are receiving Latin honors, the recognition for high academic achievement. There are 3 levels of Latin honors, and I'd first like to acknowledge the students who've received cum laude honors. Would you stand and be recognized for your accomplishments? Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Next, I'd like to honor the students who are graduating magna cum laude. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Finally, will those students who are graduating with the highest Latin honors, summa cum laude, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated.
Hello, graduates. I am Miguel Garcia Garibay. I'm the Dean of Physical Sciences. I would like to recognize students who have participated in research while at UCLA. As you know, UCLA is one of the world's great research universities. More than half of our students enhance their academic careers by working alongside faculty on projects, writing honors theses, or participating in research classes. These students perform original work and advance the frontiers of knowledge. Would all the graduating seniors who participated in research please stand so we can recognize your achievements? You are awesome. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Garcia Garibay. Graduates, you have excelled in everything you've put your mind to, from research to community service, from academic success to personal enrichment. You have spent your years at UCLA becoming well-rounded and ready to begin a new chapter. Your student speaker for this evening embodies many of your own successes. As a first-generation student, Bridgette Walling understands the transformative power of education. At UCLA, she took advantage of that power to help others. Throughout her time here, she worked with survivors of sexual assault on campus through UCLA's Bruin Consent Coalition. She also worked as a community solidarity coordinator with a program that fosters social justice leadership on campus. Today, she graduates with a degree in psychology and plans on attending law school to continue advocating advocating and fighting for victims' rights. Please welcome a graduate who is dedicated to UCLA and its values, your student speaker, Bridgette Walling.
Thank you for allowing me to be your voice for this ceremony.
We are here to honor all of the hard work that has led us to this specific point in our lives. Today, we are no longer considered undergraduates. Today, we become alumni. But I do not believe it is accurate to say that we are now entering the real world. I firmly believe we have been in the real world since the moment we stepped onto this beautiful campus. I often have people ask me how I feel about entering the real world now that I'll be leaving UCLA. But those people do not realize what I've gone through to be standing in front of you today. I am a first-generation college student, but that means more than... Thank you. But that means more than I didn't know how to fill out a college application. To me, it meant the first time I had my own bed since middle school was the day I moved into Reber Hall. It was coming to terms with the fact that while I had a bed and incredible dining hall food, my parents remained homeless. It was figuring out how to work full-time while being a full-time student. It was teaching other freshmen how a laundry machine works. And whether you were the person teaching someone or you were the someone doing their own laundry for the first time, you became a part of the real world. There are many students here today who are parents, who went to other colleges before UCLA, who come from other countries, who worked before coming to UCLA, and who continued to work while here. We paid bills, we handled deadlines, we worked jobs, we managed interpersonal relationships. To say UCLA was demanding is an understatement. I know that sometimes the weight we put on ourselves nearly broke us. I want to acknowledge that. This campus provided us resources that may have otherwise been completely unobtainable. And while those resources were provided, you were the one who worked every day to make your dreams a reality. You are a true inspiration. As I stand in front of you today, I do speak with nostalgia as I wonder what will compare to our world-renowned professors, our breathtaking views, and the community we have created in these Westwood Hills. I also speak with insane worry and doubt. I don't know if it's common for someone giving a commencement speech to admit how nervous they are about leaving the comfort of undergraduate academia. But I take solace in knowing that while we're all celebrating, we are all at least a little bit nervous about the next step in our lives. But I am here urging you, with every fiber of my being, do not worry. We are all going to get where we need to be. This is the part where I'm supposed to insert inspiration. So here it goes. My favorite author, Kim Holden, has coined this phrase, do epic. In everything you set out to do it as if this was your only chance, as if tomorrow was not a guarantee, because in reality, it is not. This author I mentioned posed questions I'd like to ask you now. Imagine for a moment that you were free of all expectations in your life. What would you do? How would you live your life with no one watching? What would your future look like? I hope when you find these answers that you don't just imagine that life, but that you spend every day striving to be the most authentic version of yourself. And whenever you find yourself feeling a little bit lost, I hope you take comfort in knowing that there will always be a piece of you left in this place we once got to call home. Congratulations, class of 2017. Do epic.
Thank you, Bridgette. That's incredible and thought-provoking talk. So it's now my honor to introduce you to a remarkable alumna, one who took the lessons she learned at UCLA to serve her community. As the first in her family to attend college, Anita Ortega was determined to use her experiences at UCLA to better herself and those around her. After joining the UCLA women's basketball team as a walk-on, she helped lead them to the first national championship in 1978. And after graduation and a successful career in professional basketball, she joined the Los Angeles Police Department. In the following 32 years at the LAPD, she consistently broke barriers, as Bruins do, to become the first Afro-Puerto Rican area commander. For her achievements, she has been inducted into the Halls of Fame of both UCLA and the LAPD, and in 2015, she received the Public Service Award from our Alumni Association. She's a leader, a public servant, and a true inspiration to all of us. In other words, a true Bruin. Please welcome Anita Ortega.
Thank you, Chancellor, for the kind introduction. Boricua. All right. Okay. What a great day to have a commencement ceremony, right? You guys look wonderful. Everybody looks really, really good. And what a great place to have the commencement ceremony here in the famous Pauley Pavilion. You know, I feel right at home here. You know, like the Chancellor said, in this very arena, this is where we won the championship game. You look up there, you see that banner, 1978? That belongs to us. Chancellor Block and Deans of University of, UCLA colleges, thank you very much for the invitation. Also, a special thanks to the family and friends who've supported these graduates during their collegiate journey. Thank you very much. UCLA graduating class of 2017, congratulations. You are now in an elite group. You've accomplished something that separates you from the vast majority. You've earned your degree from one of the finest universities. You've reached a milestone in your life. Give yourself a huge applause. I am truly honored to be the commencement speaker today. I know there have been some great speakers in the past, actors, doctors, CEOs, but there have also been some very impressive graduates that attended our university. We all know about Jackie Robinson. How many of you, Jackie Robinson, amazing, right? How many of you know Tom Bradley? Tom Bradley was a UCLA track star, and he went on to be a Los Angeles police officer, and during that time, he endured racial discrimination. But guess what? It didn't stop him. He went on to be the first African-American mayor for the city of Los Angeles. Antonio Villaraigosa, the first Latino mayor for the city of Los Angeles. These are Bruins. These are Bruins that never quit. Amazing, just amazing. Well, I hope not to disappoint you, but I'm not a politician. Thank you. Oh, they like that. I'm not a celebrity. I am Anita Ortega. I am a proud Bruin. I am a proud Afro-Puerto Rican from South Central LA. I was a girl that had the courage to dream, a girl that wanted to break barriers, a girl that wanted to break the glass ceiling. So today, I hope to impress upon you that living a fulfilling and rewarding life is multifaceted. Yet with hard work and persistence, regardless of your aspirations, regardless of your background, great things can happen. You can make great things happen. I'm reminded of a story when I was in elementary school, Norwood Elementary School. And one of the teachers drove a car. In the back of the car were the large letters, UCLA. I had no idea what those letters meant. You see, I was a quiet and shy girl. But I finally built the courage to ask my sixth grade teacher, Susan Lutsky, who's also an alumni, what the letters meant. She looked at me with a big smile on her face. And she said, Anita, that's a school. That's a university, and if you work hard, if you work very hard and maintain good grades, you can go there one day. You see, education was important to my parents. My mother never went beyond the 5th grade. My father eventually earned his GED well into his 30s. So that short, brief conversation with Miss Lusky was a defining moment for me. It was a turning moment for me. So let's fast forward 6 years later. I go to my mailbox, and in the mailbox is a letter from UCLA. I grab the letter, I go and have a seat on the steps of my apartment building, and I can feel my palms sweating and my heart racing. I had to take a deep breath because I was afraid. I didn't know if I would be rejected. I eventually opened the letter, and as many of you can imagine, when I learned that I was accepted to UCLA, it was one of the best days of my young life. My experience on this university was wonderful. I enjoyed my time in Reber Hall. Reber Hall, people? I loved Westwood. I loved how my education broadened my perspective on life and the world. I loved playing with the national championship basketball team and playing with some wonderful women. To this day, I love everything about being a Bruin, and I know you guys do too, right? So Bruins, as you go out into this world, be relentless. If there's something that you're passionate about, go for it. You only have that one opportunity. Go for it. That's so, so important. I started playing basketball in my early teens. When girls playing basketball, that was unheard of. Not very popular. And what was more unpopular is that I played with the guys. I was always the only girl playing with the guys. We had a great time. But trust me, it didn't start off that way. You know how many times they told me, no, you can't play. No, excuses, plenty of excuses. I just got tired of hearing the excuses. One would say, oh, no, you can't play, Anita, because you might get hit in the chest. And I'm like, dude, I'm okay. You have to worry about that. I'll be all right. But that was important to me. That was a turning point for me. So similarly to playing here at UCLA, I wasn't recruited. I was a walk-on. And like playing at Tobin Park, I had to prove that I belonged. I was relentless, and it paid off. So one of my messages to you is, if you want to achieve anything in life, be relentless. Even when it makes you uncomfortable, be relentless. I've made a lot of uncomfortable decisions in my life. A few years after earning my degree in psychology, where are the psych majors? I made a decision that I knew my parents would not support, particularly my Puerto Rican father, who had his own run-ins with the law. I chose a career in law enforcement, a male-dominated career in law enforcement. I chose to be a police officer with LAPD, a department that lacked diversity, a department that lacked promotional opportunities for minorities and females. So I was often asked, Anita, you're from South Central. You're black. Why do you want to be a police officer? I was often asked, why do you want to subject yourself to such scrutiny? Why do you want to promote through the ranks in the LAPD? Well, I've always been passionate about helping others, particularly those that are less fortunate than myself. Where I grew up, there was crime, poverty, and unemployment. And when the police officers drove through my neighborhood, I don't recall seeing many minorities. And I definitely didn't see any women. So I saw this as an opportunity to represent my community, an opportunity to be a role model for others, and an opportunity to challenge the status quo. As a woman of color promoting through the ranks, and as the first female African American area commanding officer in the history of LAPD, if I told you it was easy, I would be lying. I was challenged at every level. But with life, as you're going to learn and probably already know, you're going to encounter challenges. So during my entire career, I strive to be the best example and leader for my fellow officers, the community, and the city. Each of you, every last one of you, are leaders in your own right. Be an example of humility, decency, respect, and integrity. The reality is, you're about to embark upon another phase of your life, and you better bring your A game. You're going to have ups, downs, good, bad, successes and failures, and plenty of unknowns. You see, life is a never-ending learning process. As such, you're going to always be tested. Be your true and authentic self and challenge the status quo. When someone says you can't, prove that you can. When someone says you won't, prove that you will. When someone says you don't belong, take a firm stance in the ground and leave a very strong mark where you stood. Don't let your environment or anyone define you. I guarantee you, no one thought I had a chance of doing much with my life. And it was never about proving them wrong. But it was all about proving that I was unstoppable. Each of you are unstoppable. Be unstoppable and follow your heart. That's what Bruins do. Be acutely aware of your personal responsibility to continue to make our country and our world a better place, because my generation is depending on all of you. Be selfless. Don't lose sight of the national issues impacting all of us: sexism, racism, gender bias, education, immigration, LGBTQ equality. Have a voice and be the voice for those that are not heard. Understand that diversity, inclusion, and acceptance are key to our society. They make us stronger. You agree? I like the energy on this side. That's good. All right. All right, all right. Can you guys top that? Whoa. Wonderful. Okay, so in closing, there's 3 things that I want to say. This is a great university, one of the best and most respected in the country, if not the world. And despite what some of your USC friends may think, Bruins dominate. If you believe that, let me hear you say, Bruins dominate. Nice, nice. Number 2, despite adversity and frustration, each of you stay focused on your dream. Stay focused on your mission. You know why? Because Bruins don't quit. Do you believe that? If you believe it, let me hear you say, Bruins don't quit. Very good. Okay. So now I have a personal favor. I don't typically ask for favors, but I have a personal favor, and I hope you guys can help me out. I know the majority of you have Insta accounts. Instagram, right? Okay. So I want you, I'm going to ask anyway. I don't know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask. I want you to take a picture of yourself, or you can have friends, and if you want to take a picture with your dog over there, that's fine too. I have pets. I love pets. And in the comments, I want you to put hashtag Bruins dominate, hashtag Bruins don't quit. Okay? Okay? I know you guys can do that for me. And the last thing, or the last part of that, tag me in it. Okay, this is my last comment. I want you guys to go out tonight go out tomorrow night. Okay. Okay. And for some of you, maybe Sunday night. And I want you guys to get your party on. Congratulations and go Bruins!
Thank you, Captain Ortega. You demonstrate that Bruins dominate and Bruins don't quit. Now, it is my honor to present the candidates for the conferral of their degrees. Graduates, this is it. I will call on the deans of the college to present the bachelor's candidates to Chancellor Block and convince him that you are worthy. Presenting the deans for the Bachelor's Degree in the Division of Physical Sciences is Dean Miguel Garcia Garabi. Dean Garcia Garabi, I invite you to make the case to Chancellor Block that the seniors in the physical sciences have earned their degrees from UCLA.
Thank you, Pat. That will not be a problem. Are you guys really ready to party tonight? Because now this is the time where you really need to shout out when you hear your department or your major, right? I think you're ready to party. Some of you might have a fiesta. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelors of Science and Bachelors of Arts in the Division of Physical Sciences please raise and remain standing? What a bunch of good-looking Bruins! The great challenges of our time, deep questions about the nature of our universe, about our origins, and above all, about our future in the world in which we live. They are all grounded in the physical sciences. For instance, climate change lies in the domain of our students in atmospheric and oceanic sciences, Earth, planetary, and space sciences, and the Institute of the Environment and Sustainability. The discovery of compounds that cure diseases and that lead to the sustainable generation of energy will be the work of our graduates in chemistry and biochemistry. The investigation into the structure and deep history of our universe, as well as the possibility of other life in the cosmos, will be pioneered by our physics and astronomy graduates. Our graduates in mathematics and statistics will pioneer the mastery of the flood of data that we must now process in order to understand and manage an even more complex world. All of these and more will be addressed by you, our graduates in atmospheric and oceanic sciences, Earth, planetary, and space sciences, statistics, environmental science, physics and astronomy, the loudest mathematicians in the world, and also the loudest chemists and biochemists. Physical sciences graduates, you all live here with a deep fund of knowledge in the sciences underlying what we know about the world. You also carry with you finely honed skills in reasoning and analysis that will equip you to overcome the most daunting intellectual challenges that will be thrown your way. You are the cream of the crop. You have mastered the hard sciences. Chancellor Block, it is my honor to present to you the dedicated, inquisitive, analytical, gifted, and altogether stellar candidates for the degree of Bachelors of Science and Bachelor of Arts in the Division of Physical Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Garcia Garabi. Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the physical sciences, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Division of Humanities is Dean David Schaberg. Dean Schaberg, I invite you to lobby the Chancellor Block that the Humanities seniors are deserving of the status UCLA alum.
Easily done, Pat. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree and the Division of Humanities please rise and remain standing tall? Yes. Well, with all due respect and genuine respect to people who understand the hard sciences, I'm just going to ask, if you're looking for someone who can help you to read and understand the most basic texts of your cultural tradition, the texts that your ancestors took the trouble to write down and pass down to us, who are you going to ask for help? A humanist, right? Or let's say that you need to understand that interesting person across the hall from you here at UCLA, or those very interesting people across the street in Los Angeles, or the extremely interesting people who live on the other sides of the oceans. You're going to need a humanist. Or let's say that you want to understand the fundamental nature of truth and what human beings can actually know and how. You'd better find a humanist for that. Or let's say that you want to hire someone who's going to be able to read complicated material, possibly in a foreign language, present it in clear ways, speak persuasively about it, write clearly, work well with teams, come up with creative solutions to the problems you're facing. Might need a humanist for that as well. Or let's say that you're grappling with something big in your own life, the kinds of sorrows that human life brings along, the kinds of joys that life brings along, love, birth of a child, success. Let's say that you're looking for the meaning in your life and the purpose in your life and the way that you're going to make your way forward and discover the values that give your life some sense and some satisfaction to it. I'd recommend that if you're not a humanist now, you find the humanist in yourself, or maybe consult one of your classmates. So whether you're here having gotten a degree in Italian, Germanic, Scandinavian, French and Francophone, yes. Study of religion, LGBTQ studies, Slavic, comparative literature, Near Eastern languages and cultures, Asian languages and cultures, classics, yes, Spanish and Portuguese, noise, bring it, yeah, art history, philosophy, linguistics, or English. If you've gotten a degree in one of those fields, then you're a living, walking spokesperson for the art of being a human being. And I'd like to think that everyone here has a stake in that. So, Chancellor Block, I present to you the literate, persuasive, creative, brilliant, impactful, relentless, humane graduates with the Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Humanities.
Thank you, Dean Schaberg. Candidates for the Bachelor's Degree from the Humanities, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the Bachelor's Degree in the Division of Life Sciences is Dean Victoria Sork. Dean Sork, these students in life sciences, should Chancellor Block confer degrees upon them?
All right. Candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelors of Science, please rise. You are amazing graduate students, have come into life sciences at an exciting time. Over the course of most of your lifetimes, technological advances have catapulted science in ways we couldn't have imagined just a couple of decades ago. Life science graduates are now poised to one day soon cure diseases like diabetes, cancer, addiction, schizophrenia. Develop new crops that will feed our planet and provide biofuels. Offer new strategies to protect our environment and endangered species. Analyze the social impact of biological breakthroughs that are changing society. At UCLA, we cover a wide range of life sciences, including computational and systems biology. All right, come on. Ecology, behavior, and evolution, or marine biology. Human biology and society. Cognitive science. This isn't a series of majors. We like to describe what we study. So here's a major: microbiology, immunology, and molecular genetics. Molecular cell and developmental biology. Neuroscience. Psychobiology. And psychology. In these rapidly changing times, we need people like you to become leaders, entrepreneurs, and leaders in life science fields and all fields to make life better for everyone. Oh, I'm sorry, but Chancellor, something just came to my mind. You know, I've been so busy this week, and usually Fridays, I hope you don't mind, but Fridays is my day to write thank you notes, and I just didn't get one done. So, shoot, I gotta get my pen out, and you know, before I can finish this, I just gotta get it off my mind. So I apologize to you. I hope you don't mind me just taking, but I have one last, I gotta get this one done. So just a second, where did my pen go? All right. Thank you to the divisions of physical sciences, humanities, and especially the social sciences for making the graduates of life sciences look so good. Good, I just had to get that one done. I'll finish the rest of my thank you notes later. There's long. But Chancellor Bach, I'm now ready to present to you the psychologically well-adjusted, biologically sound, neurologically well-connected, evolutionarily complex, immunologically resistant, physiologically well-integrated, developmentally sophisticated, computationally advanced, socially aware, and scientifically literate, and absolutely brilliant candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts of the wonderful Division of Life Sciences. Good job.
Thank you, Dean Sork. Candidates for the Bachelor's Degree from the Life Sciences, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the Bachelor's Degree in the Division of Social Sciences is Dean Laura Gomez. Dean Gomez, can you make the case to Chancellor Block that he should confer degrees upon the students in the social sciences?
No problem. We've saved the best for last. Today, more than ever, we need you, our graduates in the social sciences, to understand the economic, political, and social conditions that will support private businesses and public institutions to create jobs, support the arts, support scientific research, and improve K-12 education. In short, We provide the infrastructure that these three other divisions rest upon. Today, more than ever, we need you to study the roots of social and cultural conflicts in order to avoid wars. Today, more than ever, we need you to isolate the causes of inequality in order to eradicate poverty and foster a more just society. Today, more than ever, we need you to communicate across cultures and communities, to forge enduring partnerships with people from different neighborhoods, different cities, different states, and different nations. In short, your education at UCLA in departments that are among the best in those disciplines in the world has prepared you to be active agents in the construction of a better society. These programs include aerospace studies, military science, and naval science, American Indian studies, good, African American studies, Asian American studies, gender studies, Chicana and Chicano studies, geography, communication studies, history, anthropology, sociology, political science, and economics. Chancellor Block, I am honored to present you the most socially engaged, research-savvy, service-oriented, culturally creative, interactionally skillful, intersubjectively attuned, around-the-clock inspired and inspiring, multilingual, multicultural, and multi-everything. The candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts from the great, unique, awesome, breathtaking, tremendous, superb Division of Social Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Gomez. Candidates for the bachelor degree from the Division of Social Sciences, please be seated. The candidates for the bachelor's degree have now been presented. I call on Chancellor Block to confer degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts on the class of 2017. Will all of the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts please stand and remain standing?
You have very competitive deans. But thinking about it, this is Pauley Pavilion. They should be competitive. So candidates for the bachelor's degree, your presence here today demonstrates the rich reward of intelligence and perseverance. The UCLA community takes great pride in celebrating the achievements of the class of 2017. The breadth of your knowledge, listening to your deans describe the different fields, when I realize who's sitting in front of me, it's extraordinary the impact that all of your talent is going to have. Collectively, you cover so much of human knowledge. So more than anything, I hope that your experience at UCLA has opened up some windows on the world for you to leave, that leaves you with yearning to know more. Your undergraduate experience is just the beginning of life's continuing discovery, and the skills you have acquired here will be very useful in this changing world, a highly dynamic world that you find yourself in, much more challenging, certainly than when I graduated, but you can do it. So now I have to say the special words, and if I don't say these words properly, I have to be careful. You have to stay another 4 years. Mention that. And your parents are already getting nervous, but we don't have space for you, so we have to get you out. We have to graduate you. You deserve it. So now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. Congratulations! Thank you. Go Bruins!
Graduates, let me congratulate all of us on becoming the newest alumni of UCLA as class of 2017. And now we have one final tradition to observe. Before we received our degrees, we wore our tassels on the right sides of our mortarboards. Now that our degrees have been conferred, it is time to move our tassel to the left side and join the select company of the UCLA graduates. Bachelors, turn your tassels!
To close commencement, please join in the singing of the alma mater, Hail to the Hills of Westwood, performed by Elena Georgieva, Emilio Huerta, and Mariana Nam. The words are printed on the back of your program.
Hail to the hills of Westwood, to the mighty sea below. Hail to our alma mater, she will conquer every foe. For we're loyal to the Southland, her honor will uphold. We'll gladly give our hearts to thee, to the blue and to the gold, blue and the gold.
Class of 2017, how about one more A clap?
Thank you, Elena, Emilio, and Mariano. And to all of you, thank you for joining us today. Best wishes to the class of 2017. Congratulations. Go Bruins!